Hey there team, and welcome back to my Enedwaith narrative campaign. This is episode 3 now, or part 3, as I write, because episode is a much longer word, so it's much easier to just say part up in the YouTube title. Keeps it concise. We are on turn 20. We have just begun the siege of Lond Daer. It's going to be a long siege though. I definitely want them to come out and attack us. I do not want to siege inside of the town. Not with these fearsome foresters of Haleth there. That will be quite upsetting. So first thing, that will be different from before with this episode, I'm going to be toning down the volume of the music a little bit. With the first 2 episodes, I think... Well, with the first 2 episodes, what I did was I had the same volume as I normally do for my battles. And I think that that suits battles. That's good for as I say, this battle atmosphere. But for the atmosphere that we're really going for here, which is much more kind of slow-paced in the campaign, with sort of more chilled out music, generally, as I say, when it comes to actual battles, oh crumbs! I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, well, we'll build that tower with him in just a moment. Yep. With the theme that I'm really sort of going for here, I want to go for a bit more of a, as I say, a chilled out, quieter music, and. So I'll experiment with that a little bit, but this will probably be toned down just a little, so that you can hopefully. Well, I don't think it was getting in the way of my voice a little bit, but I just kind of feel it should be toned down. I'm gonna also be trying my best. Oh, send an emissary to the High Elves. Yes, that is certainly. I love it when the council gives you missions that like this is what I was going to do anyway. It just sort of gives you free money. Let's build one up there. I know that isn't in your territory, but you can go and do that, and then move on back. That is, yep, Erdrick is happy enough with that. He's had a nice little tour around the coastline. Let's see what else is new. Losing a bit of money there. Gondor is at war with Isengard. Now, I think that is definitely going to hurt Isengard an awful lot. They're going to lose this, well, as I say, we don't know this in characterly, but they're going to lose that province that they hold down there, and annoyingly, Gondor might push up. I can, of course, this is the great thing, as standard you can buy provinces or trade provinces in medieval. You can't really do that in a lot of the later Total War games without mods. Breland, good. Dunlendings and Isengard are improving. I'm not going to stop that, but like we will be going to war with these people. So the good thing, we have this fort, and these guys are just free up there. Actually, that's not as much vision as I really want. I was hoping that we'd get quite a bit of vision around there, but either way, we have some units up in that fort just to keep it watched and make sure that the enemy doesn't roll into it, and they're just free either way. So I'd love to get some buildings done, but we just can't. I think we need to get Fosca out, though, and start building some watchtowers over his territory. I kind of like this idea that like each chieftain is responsible for building. Usually what I would do in a campaign is I would just have one lord that goes around my entire country and builds the towers for it. But I kind of like the idea of no, it's each lord has to be or each chieftain, sorry, has to be doing it for his own territory. And I think he might come down into the Alkford territory because, as I say, that is the largest of them. And he might do that for Tremac, because Tremac is quite busy, but apart from that, no. I think that that's good. That's my territory, and that'll generally be getting watched. Yeah, we're alright. I do want to keep Enedwaith as this sort of slightly wild territory, so I don't want to just cover my nation in a patchwork of siege. Oh, sorry, I always say siege towers, of watchtowers. I want to have it remain a little bit mysterious. Gold delving there revealed. Now we have already made a trade deal with the Gondorians, but the people of Dol Amroth have a lot of money that we want as well, so you can march on down. So if Gondor, however, does divide up their focus, oh yes, our spy, he's heading off to see what's going on with Isengard and Rohan. I forgot to move him there. Roads, yes, I'm seeing that. Roads are going to be the next thing that I construct. We do, especially on the east of the Gwathlo, the west of the Gwathlo, even when we do take Lond Daer and Erenvorn is properly brought into the fold, Cameron is no longer able to sort of control it solely as his own enterprise, well, his own territory, his own kingdom, little kingdom he's got there. we are still going to be trying to treat that as a bit of a, as that's much more wild. Like, the east is going to be a little bit more civilized, whereas the west is going to be largely, at least especially the Erenvorn forest region, is going to be a bit less developed. Because, as I say, that's the way that the people there would kind of want it. And this is the important thing about the system, the important thing about the way that Tremac is trying to unite the people of Enedwaith, is to hold on to each of our little individual differences. So that is very important to him. Fantastic! Yes, great. The war chanters are ready. They're gonna try and, yeah, they'll make it there in time. Let's get over there. You're gonna be expensive when you head. Actually, how expensive are you? Oh, sneeze coming. Please don't sneeze. No, you're not too bad. But is this? Oh, for some reason I read Captain Sunshine. I was like, really? Oh, Sunshine. That's sweet as fuck. I'm gonna debate this. I'm not gonna set it in stone just yet. But I might have the war chanters, or this war chanter unit, be led by Tremac's wife. I think that could be kind of cool, and it could also be very Tremac if they are wiped out, or if they suffer tremendous casualties at some point. I'm not just gonna have them. I'm not gonna have his wife die just because they've taken a few losses. It's really got to be tremendous casualties for me to be like, I think his wife's dead. But that could be something quite interesting to hold. I'm not, as I say, I'm not set in stone with that, but I'm most likely going to be doing that, I think, right now. Keep you moving. But yeah, I always do this. I sort of get, oh damn, I get, Itheland is right there. There is a province here, there's a town there. Yes, that's where Dol Amroth is. Good, Adrahil is still alive. It's nice. Do you want to do a nice little map information trade? No, you don't. Okay, that's fine. Just trade rates is good with me, man.
You hold us at ransom.
Barely accepted. You hold. I know. I'm so terrible. Offering you free money. It's despicable. Despicable practice. Free money for free money. Ew. Disgusting. And Sarek is over here helping with that. You are heading on back, so hopefully that's going to save us a bit of money, because we are in the red, which we don't really want to be. But hopefully once Urdret gets back, because he's finished, he'll be free. And Fosca, you've got to, yeah, no, let's just get you building this borderline watchtower. As for down there, yeah, no, as I say, this area I kind of want to leave a bit wild. Just always leave that as like, I'm never too sure what's in there. And damn, because of the money situation though, yeah, just head on back to Barradfen. Apart from that, it's just heading down the Gwathlo River, just putting down some watchtowers there. So as I say, about the west of the Gwathlo being a little bit more wild, that is of course with the exception of Saralane, and when we move up and take Argond, I think is the other place that we unfortunately miss. Those two are quite civilized, as we saw with the battle map. I forgot to state that when we're in the battle map of Siduri. It's the buildings there are of course different than what we normally see. They're much more stone. They're much more sort of well built up, and I like to believe that is because the Sarlan clan is it's right on the Gwathlo. They have a lot of trade that sort of passes through them. Yeah, Siduri is right there. As I say, they do have a lot of trade, and their people have a very long history of working as mercenaries for the Gondorians, for the Brelanders, and whoever may need them. They will serve as mercenaries. So they go away and they bring back a lot more culture than you'd get in the middle of Alkfud. That is a lot more isolationist. So that's one thing that I'm trying to remain. You know, like Siduri will be pursuing some more advanced buildings than some other people will, whereas, you know, everywhere else I've kind of been neglecting this, but I do want to really go down the grove of stories, you know, because I say our culture is massively important to us. You get there. Damn, you can't get there. I think we'll make money though this time, maybe with you, Curial, back inside of Herot. We should make some money now. Let's see what's going on with Isengard. Yeah, secured Eisenrun. As I say, I'm learning. This is me learning this stuff in characterly now, so I can actually sort of act on it. Whereas, you know, when I do the general look arounds every second turn, that's not something that I'm able to really take into account too well. Elves. You should find them. Yes, the Mythlond is... Oh, no, I think Mythlond is a little bit too far. There! No, we found him. Good, fantastic. And path blocked, of course. Path is blocked by Mythlond. Please. Oh, wow, you look really cool, don't you? Trade rights, please. And then once again, map information for map information. You might roll with that. Yes, you will. Great stuff. So this will be Imladris discovered and all this stuff then. Imladris reached, not discovered. And mission successful. A little bit of money takes us out of the red, which is great. And hopefully the trade value will help too. Now let's go up to Ered Luin. And as I say, the Dwarves of Ered Luin is somebody that Cameron would have a bit of an issue with as well. Just because Dwarves in general have... Dwarves in general do have a habit of disrespecting the environments that they live in, and oftentimes to the great detriment of their people. But King of Dale, they just went to war with Dol Guldur. I can't remember quite if that was that turn just there, or if that was the turn past. But that will definitely hurt Dol Guldur. As I mentioned, I've mentioned it 3 times now, and I've not finished it. Gondor attacking Isengard in the west. That is going to be, of course, a tremendously great thing. Probably trade in an alliance. I'm sorry, Dunlendings. You cannot have this. No, go away. It's like every time they get a new diplomat, his first port of call is just like, go and try and chat to, the Kirill clan there and see what they want. But no. As for like Goblins of Moria, would we trade with the Goblins of Moria? That's a tough one. I don't know if we would. Yep, well, fantastic once again. Jeepers sake, the council of the Lugiu clan is on point recently, so we will keep that up. War declared by the Variegs of Khand and Dol Amroth. Oh, of course, because they don't start at war, do they? So that little time of peace has actually been. I was worried about that, but no, Dol Amroth has not been exceptionally struggling with all that. Right, we're actually making money, so I'm just gonna have Foska do his tower building right now. Just build one right here next to this fort, and yeah, we might as well have you carry on down and build one more there, and then that will be fine. I'd love to, that's one thing that I'm just blessed with as Enedwaith. I've got 1 fort there, 1 fort, 2 fort, 3 fort, 4 fort, 2 fort, and then another fort there. Do I have another? No, that is all my forts though, but I've got a freaking lot of forts. And then of course in my western territory, I've got a fort there, and that might be that though. Oh dear, bad guys. I know there's some bandits that start there, but that's the problem with the elves. Like, we're not gonna go and kill the elves bandits for them. Oh, I think they had lost that, hadn't they? I'm not sure, but either way, the Rohirrim are back, and they are back with a real passion. Arid Lancers there, Arid Skirmishers. I really know nothing about, well, as I say, because I've got very little knowledge of Divide and Conquer. Peasant Militia makes me think they're probably not so great. They're about as good as my guys. But yeah, the Helmingus, they look pretty solid, and Arid Lancers actually pretty nice too. And then of course King Theoden himself, an absolute machine, I am sure, and great amount of skill too. So let's have a look at Isengard. Isengard is well defended though, and Saruman himself still lives. The half-orcs, they are absolute abominations, those creatures. As I say, we may not outright despise orcs, but definitely the idea of blending orcs and humans together is something that will not sit well with our people. Especially considering it is being done to the Dunlendings, who we do view as our kin, and they are blending with orcs. That's another reason that we are absolutely sort of despising Isengard, and I suppose that's probably the first time that our people have heard of it. You know, it's not something, it's maybe something that we've heard as rumors. It's like, oh, the Dunlendings are being bred with the orcs. It's like, no, no, that's not happening. The Dunlendings are crazy, but they wouldn't let that happen. But now that, you know, we've heard it from the mouth of our own spy, it cannot be denied. That's definitely tough to deal with, and that is probably going to be forcing us to probably take action a little bit sooner than we had originally thought. But as I say, I don't want to, well, I don't want to lurch Isengard right now because I'm not ready. And two, I kind of, I want it to be quite a struggle. This is of course not something, well, this is in order to help create an interesting story. I want it to be difficult. And if I jump on Isengard and Dunland right now when, no, go away, you worm-tongued. Go and trade with other people. You know, you're a very good diplomat, so you should be used, not just constantly being denied by me. So that's a decent-sized army, but and they blasted back a few guys, but Theoden can come in and just smash it. And then apart from that, unless Isengard supports, which, yep, they are doing, holding that bridge is pretty useful, for sure, for Isengard. But usually Isengard will be pushing into Rohan. But as I say, it's Gondor. Fourth time I've started this conversation. Gondor attacking from the west, it's going to hurt Isengard, but it's really, I think it's going to hurt Gondor more. And especially if Khan decide, like, hey, yep, Gondor, let's have at it again. Like, Caer Andros is under attack every damn turn. I do like that I'm told about it, though. It's Mordor, Gondor. Gondor's doing pretty dandy, though, but Gondor and Mordor are always going to be neck and neck, I'd say, as they're designed to be. Oh, this turn, it's coming, boys. It is coming, and we are ready for it. Fosca, yep, your last tower constructed there, please. And now you can head on back to Barad Vin. And let's see, we've just not been able to construct anything for a while, which is quite a pain in the ass. Do we want to? Just so we are developing something? Yeah, let's just shove a grain exchange down. Yeah, no, that's good with me. And yeah, awesome. I've not actually been building siege equipment. I probably should have been, but even though I always intended to have them come out. Oh, this is another fort down here, which I don't think I called out when I ran through all my forts. So I'm really blessed by that. And I think that is something that really... Oh, yeah, no, he wouldn't have. He might bump into... He's probably going to bump into a dwarf. Ah, dwarves are rolling around down there. Over here, you're no doubt going to bump into something. No? Oh, well, there's a diplomat there. Looks like a Harad diplomat. Oh, they're moving around instead of fighting him. And Theoden himself is not doing anything. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't have been able to bump into them anyway. So, as I say, I do want to give Isengard a chance. I think that if I do jump on them, and this is the thing, I'm going to be declaring, I'm going to be declaring war on Dunland. But I'm not going to attack the holdings of Isengard until I've taken what I want from Dunland. So, that's something, you know, they're going to be, you know, they might still focus on Rohan, they might still focus on Gondor, but I've got to be ready for them to attack me. As for what I actually want to take from Dunland, you know, because my people, and especially Tremac, as I say, Tremac's ideology here is this slow, careful expansion. And if he's being, you know, if he's seeing a chance to push up and take a bunch of, like, Breland provinces, just because Dunland's grabbed them, then that's going to make him very uneasy. Expanding even past the territory that we should have. Okay, so have a quick look at their army again. It's nothing new. The sellswords are a bit frightening, actually. But just try and get, you know, Tremac just unloading his javelins onto those sellswords. And everything else just... the foresters are a bit... They've got a lot of archers, actually. This is going to be a bit messy. It's going to be a bit messy. But they're coming at us, and we got to smash them. Very spooky picture there. I do like that. I don't know really what that's meant to represent. The red eyes of the dwarves, of course, sort of scream some sort of evil, but it could be righteous fury as they charge into some sort of evil foe. But it's hard to say. We will be pausing just because you can say what you want about it. Maybe you do think it is a bit inappropriate. Why are the war chanters pushing that ram? That's probably the single worst unit, actually. Yeah, probably with the exception of maybe the archers, the war chanters are probably the single worst unit that could be pushing that ram. Then just give it a quick second for them to actually drop it. Now they're going to be pushing out, and now this. Wow, that's really cool. I love that tower. That's really nice, actually. I like that tower a lot. We've got a few of these towers. Ah, right. So of course this is This is constructed with Numenorean knowledge. This is far beyond anything that we could construct, which does make Lond Daer quite a jewel for our people. Now I should probably stop talking and actually start to assemble my defense. And yeah, Herek would not be thrown right into the front line immediately. Let's just get you guys set up. Herek kept back here to sort of be reinforcing where we have to. Archers focus together here on this right side. War chanters right in the middle. Turn your chanting on immediately. For some reason I thought they would be a circular unit in my head. I don't know what we call those. And then my javelins, my golden boys. You two there. Actually, you two come around on the left side. Let's absolutely dominate them on the left side. And when they sally out, do they still get their tower? If they do, if they get their towers, I will fall back and have this fight a little bit further out in the open. And then Tremac. Well, right now Tremac's going to be on the right side, but he's mainly going to be watching for the sellswords because they need to go down very hard. Of course, they have javelins themselves, but we've got a pretty decent infantry line, and you know, it's not. I'm going to try my best to sort of. When it comes to battles, I'm playing to win. I've got to play to win. You know, I will be taking my characters' ideas and such into play. Now, is that fire coming from towers, or is that fire coming from the archers inside? I should just look at a tower rather than doing that. Oh, frick. Oh my god, ow. And it's really high leveled. Yeah, fall back. Fall the hell back from that. Just put you in guard mode. You're not actually in the formation now. Ah, yeah, you are. Cool. Yep, fall back. And everybody move. Because we cannot do that under the fire of ballista. Cheapers, ouch. Hopefully we didn't suffer. It wasn't absolutely horrific, but it wasn't exactly good. And this is going to give their superior archers a bit more of an advantage than they had, but at least we will be. Oh god, damn! They're getting caught up to. That's Tremac himself, yeah. So don't let that happen. And they're still coming on out. Let's say they've got to come at us. Enedwaith hunters. Oh, cheapers. What are they? Oh well. I guess they just really want to get in a melee. I mean, I'm down for that. It's kind of what I want. Let's give it a pretty sort of chaotic little fight, because that'll be quite fun. Keeps the war chanters. Yeah. Now we do kind of want the war chanters being very active and quite close to the front, which a chaotic fight doesn't really allow for. But we're sort of pushing them back. They've already broken. Oh, jeepers sake, this is crazy, yeah. Because of course it's so many skirmishers on both sides. Bandits there. Bandits are just melee units in Divide and Conquer, not like in Reforged where they are javelin throwers themselves. So that would be a little bit overwhelming if we had even more javelins. Trying to intercept those bandits. What have we got fighting over there? Okay, Gardens of Enedwaith. We're still. Oh yeah, as I see, we're looking for those sellswords. Where are the sellswords? Sellswords there. Get them. Tremac, you have found your calling. And that's killing heavily armored swordmasters. Of course, and for anybody that's new, my viewpoint on swordmaster is not is basically just a two-handed sword unit. That's why I call swordmasters. I know it's probably not too kosher for some people, but that is what I describe them as. So whenever I do say swordmaster, that is what I mean. And you're actually sort of seeing how I play the game here, which is something you don't really see when I do Reforged videos. I tend to sort of find a little spot, I find an angle, and I don't really move around too much. I will, when it comes to battles that I feel a lot more confident in, I will, of course, be a lot more cinematic. But when it comes to battles that I really, like, I'll win this. I definitely will win, but I'm trying to win sort of comfortably. Now, I called out those sellswords a while ago, but I didn't actually do anything about it. Moot keepers are on them. Actually, oh, cheaper's sake, that's Herek and his moot keepers. So try and give Herek some support, because those sellswords might actually be able to take him out. You guys do have a shot, right? You're taking shots right now. Let's try and get some counter fire onto those foresters. Cheaper's sake, River Spearmen, you're getting in too deep. But no. Then Enedwaith hunters here. Want another one coming at us again. This is really just sort of them running away and then coming back and then running away. You guys are out of ammunition. So throw yourselves into melee. Glorious melee combat, please. You've ignited that. You're a little bit away from everything. Where are my girls? Or my woman, my strong woman of Enedwaith. Foresters, there. Yeah, blast the women foresters. I should have been doing that for ages. Because they are very, very good archers. But, pretty flimsy. Oh, right, Danny. How are we doing percentage-wise? 20 for 50, so that's about as good as I can really be hoping for. I'm hoping to finish this with probably a casualties of, well, like 40%. I'd be okay with that. Hopefully less. I've not actually had my woodsman in the fight at all. Woodsman approach. Charge, woodsman, please. Harek, how you doing? Let's see if we can zoom on in. Harek himself and his boys absolutely slaughtering these armored foes. Dressed and fighting like the men of the north. Scoundrels. Fall back. No need to engage the Saruman mercenaries right now. Just, you know, use your sort of superior mobility to keep away from them. Ah, fantastic. Smash these Enedwaith clansmen from two sides. And you guys. Oh, thank gosh. We captured the enemy general. Very heavily armored up. What's this man at? He was a southern man by the looks of it. He was a Gondorian. Taking the dominance of the clansmen of Malruna? Nope. These were the Malfins. These were definitely the Malfins. Harek is the Malruna clan. We have two clan leaders here, and then of course the third clan leader, well, the soon-to-be clan leader once he arrives in Saruman. So a lot of these Saruman mercenaries are of course his people, but he will be, which he of course doesn't really want to be fighting. Now, what's the situation here? We've sort of got them running. Do we need to run into the center? I kind of want to run into the center and just get through. I don't really want to bash through that gateway. But at the same time, I don't really want to just take blooming fire from those towers. So I think we've just got to bite the bullet and rush it. While they're all running, if we get all the army running at once, then that's a win. Ah, crap, some of them are making it all the way back to the center. Let's have somebody here. The woodsman. Ah, good. I'm a forward-thinking man. I already told the woodsman to get the ram. But I'm hoping that the game will just give me the win if I'm punishing them enough here. Damn, we lost a... Whoa, cheaper sake, we're losing war chanters. They're focusing the war chanters with the towers. Spread out, please. Because that's pretty unpleasant. Good, Saruman mercenaries. Ah, damn! Open the gate, boys! Open the gate! Maybe I'm a bit too close behind them for them to open the gate, but either way, we will butcher them where they stand. Fantastic. I'm just going to end it there because I think that, I think they might be able to keep that tower running. And once, this is generally the way that the Tremac would fight anyway. Once it is clear there is a victory, once it is clear his enemy have stood down, you know, that is when the battle ends. Because these are our people at the end of the day. They did not agree to sign. They have, you know, unfortunately had to be forced to sign. Good stuff, River Spearman. And the war chanters were just shot down. But two of them healed. That's good to see. So we'll end it there. As I say, when we do take a province, or when we do fight another sort of man of Enedwaith, then we will be doing so with care. And as well as that, that is why Tremac feels comfortable sort of sieging people down. He wants to give them as many chances as possible. As we're sieging these people down, he's sending messenger after messenger every day. Just, please, you know, give in. Well, don't give in. You know, he wouldn't phrase it like that. Please join us. You know, you are our people. You are our kinsmen. Now, I can't actually remember what time I started, so I'll go on for a little bit, and then I will check the time of the recording. So there will be a tiny little cut at some point. Just make sure we don't go on and on and on for ages. Now, great. Harek has found... Oh, damn, it's the same. We've got the same image there for somebody else, but that's all right. But once again, this is we've taken a place, and Harek is definitely the most sort of difficult to deal with in terms of the major clan leaders for Tremac. Even sort of Cameron's very upfront about his goals, and you know, so Tremac is able to sort of deal with that, but Harek is he is slightly untrusting of Tremac's ideas, because of course it's not done anything to benefit, in his mind, it's not done anything to benefit the people of Karas, the people of his clan, the Malruna people. So it's when it came around to taking Lond Daer there, And moving through, I will not have these two in the same place. Oh gosh, they're going to be just across the river from each other. But it was Forend. He was the guy that we just got. I'm sure of that. Yeah. Oh no, it was because he was healthy. The guy that we just got was healthy. And is he healthy? He's probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Forend. Yeah, forehead. It's not forehead. So he is going to be the leader of Lond Daer. So as they were coming in, as they were pushing through the town proper, people had surrendered. Tremac did allow Harek to have to basically pick the leadership figure off, or to search out for a worthy leadership figure off the Malfin clan. Because of course all of the previous leadership figures of the Malfin clan had to go. They were not execution, of course. That can be avoided, but no, they had to go. Goblins of Moria have gone over the Anduin Vale. I'm surprised it took them this long, but that has happened now, and we have made a little bit of money. Now, as for the provinces, that is everything that I believe I can take without going to war with a major faction. Of course, I can push up into these two provinces, but that's not really something that we want to do. So I will be dividing up my people. Firel, he is of course going to be heading down to rule over the people of Siduri, and that allows Cameron to head on home to the northern point of the Erenvorn forest. Oh, Siduri, immediately he comes in, it's just high taxes. Like, nope, just chill, just relax. But no, he'll be ruling there. Forend will be remaining in Lond Daer. Harek will head back as soon as he possibly can, and Tremac is, for the first time in a while, going to be able to head back to the centre of the Lugiu clan. Oops, the daisies. Ah, crumbs. Is it easier to just do that and then, yeah, should have just done that. And he is, from his acumen, he's actually a very good leader. So Harek definitely did choose correctly, and as much as I want to just build roads right away, we will build that carpenter's hut. Actually, sorry, no, meeting hut. Meeting hut has to be done first. Now, we have built a meeting hut everywhere else now, too. Yes, I'm pretty dang confident. I will do a search around us, but that'll be fine. Now, the clansmen here and here, they will be disbanded. Oh, you can only sort of disband at one unit at a time. And as will these woodsmen. So of course they will just be told, like, you know, great, you know, fantastic, you know, we're very grateful that for your assistance. Now, you know, head home. And so they will be sent back to their respective clans. As for the rest of his force here, unfortunately I've still got to keep the hunters, but I think everything else is fine. And he will head on back. Now, any building that we want to do on the way? No, I don't believe so. And he's just going to stay there for the time being. Nice. I think now is as good a time as any, so I'm just going to check the timing on this recording and be right back. Everything seems fine. We're sort of bang on the half-an-hour mark, which is quite nice. So, Folska can head on back. He should make it in. Great stuff. And, yeah, nobody else is making it home today. Apart from that, our diplomats. Haradrim, yep. So the Haradrim, you know, they are not, in our mind, they are not evil. They are just, you know, people that live very far away. And, no, they don't want that. So, yeah, just trade. So, yeah, no, we've got no issue trading with them. We've got no real issue trading with the... Once we learn about the Ardenaeum, I do not think that... Because Cameron would not be willing to. Because they represent the very... Oh, yeah, okay, no, so you can't do that twice in one turn. So, they're going to move, aren't they? Jeepers, this is going to be a... Oh, this is a big fight here. I think Imrahim will crush them. Because that's a lot of trash. 2 generals, though, is always an issue. Actually, oh, that's just a captain. Yeah, I think Imrahil will crush him. That's quite interesting. I kind of want to just sit and watch that. So yeah, no, okay, cool. I think our Kairan will be... Oh, Kairan. Oh, my boy. You're so good. You're so badass. But yeah, no, so he will just sit and observe that situation. Oh, dear. Game does not like crossing that area right now. Oh, lagging out like crazy. Jeepers, what's going on? Oh, oh man, oh man. Okay, let's just stop for a sec, because that was weird. Okay, anyway, let's move up this way. Surprised we didn't bump. Oh, good, we bumped into an army. Trade rights. Do you want map information for map information? Balanced. Great stuff. Thank you very much. So we will have learned what they know. Path locked. Good. And mission success. Oh yeah, of course that was a council task too. Now, head toward Angmar. This is, I need to start thinking, I don't know if we would go to war with Angmar. They are, oh sorry, not go to war with Angmar. Like, I don't think we would trade with Angmar. They are, and their connection to sorcery is just, no, I don't think so. I think that they're just bad news. So we just would not be willing to associate with that. Let's get Road on the go up there. Foska's been a good loyal man, and he wants roads to increase trade. Then I think we should go for that. Oh wow, Lond Angren is, I think it's probably because that does have a, I think that does have a little trade post. Yeah, it's got a grain exchange, so that is why they are making so much money. And we'll end the turn there. Rohan, oh yeah, I think that's generally, I'm gonna have my spy kind of just sitting on that bridge for now. I'm watching over Isengard and this Rohan guy Isengard squabble, because that's a big deal to us. And as I say, even though we've seen how powerful the White Wizard is, and we have seen sort of the strength of his Uruk-hai, right now Tremac does not believe that Rohan is under any threat. He's, as I say, we've seen the people of Rohan, we've seen them fight, we've seen their dominance in the open field. It's madness, absolute madness to Tremac to think that they could lose to orcs. So it's but he's interested in observing that, and he wants to see what's going on. Oh dear, they're flooding on in. That's still too much. Oh, more orcs coming. Okay, King Theoden, what are you gonna do? It always confuses me, like, why the AI like remains in such little chunks. I guess an auto battle doesn't really care about it, like about people coming. There wasn't a fight there. Yeah, the Kandish forces knew they'd lose, so they bugged out. Alliance announced: Dwarves of Erebor and the Woodland Realm. Cool. Yeah, that's another thing that I thought they kind of started allied. Oh dear, what's going on? If this continues, I'll do a quick save and a restart, but I think that is just my computer having a little bit of trouble on this hot day. Oh, jeepers, you are a warm boy. Yeah. Map information, map information? How you feeling about that? Nice, thank you very much, Canned. They are bankrupt, which is great to see. The forces of evil struggling like that. They're not. Okay. Yeah, so of course, getting that sort of information, because you've got to keep in mind, like, we don't know much about the world. Like, so, and especially with Kyran, who is very interested in foreign cultures. When he gets told stuff like this, like, oh yes, our empire stretches out all the way to the east like this, and it's this amount of territory. That's insane. You know, that really is blowing his mind. You know, how just how large Khand is, and how powerful it is. It's and powerful in manpower anyway. That's just really cool to him, and it's pretty interesting to our people and pretty concerning to our people too. As I say, we'll like Grove stories. I think, yeah, people need a place. They don't just need a meeting hall, which is an important place for them to voice political concerns. They need let's repair that too. They need a place of spiritual conversation, a place to discuss their emotions and these other topics, which perhaps are not really suited for a meeting hall. And of course, I want to be pumping out war channels like crazy. So that's there's two reasons. Surprised they don't jump into that fort just to take it, but I guess why do that? Now, can we see what's? Yeah, we already know what's in Theoden's army. What's in this one? I can see this army just getting minced in the open field. But ooh, berserkers. Now I don't know how good berserkers are, but of course when I see Uruk-hai berserkers, I think of reforged Uruk-hai berserkers, and I think, rip in peace, boys. But no, they might not be as good. Let's head on back with Tremac, and let's continue on with Harek. Now, Herrick's already got some defenders there. And once again, do we want to... Let's merge... Nah, let's just actually leave that. I think everything's fine there. He's going to... Actually, let's send the Rivermen out into the fort. Get them some free upkeep. And let's send these raiders out here. The issue with me separating my forces out like this is I'm forgetful. I'm going to forget these guys. So no, but let's just get them out there. They're close. And this is a time where Tremac knows he needs to do some very rapid kind of, not so much consolidation, that's what we have just been doing. He needs to do some rapid development of his nation, of this new nation, this new confederation, as I should say. It's, you know, that's something that we are really pushing. It's not a kingdom, it's not a nation, it's just a union, and everybody is still independent in their clan. Yeah, we thought Isengard would lose. That's weird. Why didn't that northern army retreat? Was it out of the reinforcement range? Oh, wow. Well, this is some tactical plays from Theoden here. If he's been able to just smash these people up individually, and now he can just sort of deal with that large army without any supporting chunks. But of course, if Theoden has, how many battles did he win? Theoden won, I think, about freaking 4 battles that turn. That is insane. And there was even a hidden unit that I didn't see. Gosh, damn, Theoden, you absolute machine. But yeah, he's really kicking ass today, kicking some Uruk-hai ass. So once again, this is just kind of confirming the belief amongst the people of Enedwaith. Like, this whole thing with the White Wizard is nothing. Like, he is going to be squashed. That image might be smashed for us at some point. And I know, and well, like we know, of course, Gondor is taking quite a lot of Isengard's attention down there. If Isengard really did pour all of its focus into defeating Rohan, it would definitely change things. But oh well. It's strange that they do just keep going for like Foldberg, but I guess they know where their units are coming from. I know how long these end times take, and I'm sorry if this. It's just because this is. I'm trying to talk about what my characters are thinking in response to this news. So you know, I'm sorry that it does take a while, but yeah, that's just the way that I wanted this campaign to go. Let's see how Haradrim moving. We just feel so detached from it. That even though we are very aware that the Haradrim are not nice people, but in other people's eyes, we are not nice people. No. See, so this is where Tremac is kind of got some issues with his council. This is where he does kind of connect a lot more with the viewpoint of the Guardians of Enedwaith rather than his own clan, because it's not about expansion. It's not about just making the people of Enedwaith powerful and making people fear us, and it's about us finding a place where we can call a united home, where we know that our culture and our future is going to be protected. That's the aim here for Tremac. So he would have probably gotten pretty angry when his council was like, hey, you know, chief, you know, it's time for us to move. It's time for us to grab some of this territory and bring some more people into the fold. It's like, no, were you not listening to me? You know, this is a pretty big deal for him. Oh, Grove of Stories. I just clicked on that first. I really should think a little bit more. Moot Hall is, of course, the superior version to the meeting halls. And once everywhere does get a meeting hall and a Grove of Stories, that is when we will be focusing on upgrading to Moot Halls. Garden of Tales, soon, brother. I think Harak, are you going to get there? Or Harek, sir. Actually, you, as much as it pains him, as much as he wants to just go straight back, he's going to have to build a few watchtowers. He will get that done before heading home. Where do I want one? Probably one there. It's a little bit close, but just one there, and then there's already one there. Fantastic. Yep. So just one there, and then he's happy. Actually, nah, that's enough. Yeah, just head back. Head straight back on now. You guys head on in there, save us some more money, and I'll probably end up disbanding these. I hope to disband those Enedwaith hunters when I get access to the the river archers even, because river archers, once again, they're not my best archer. You know, they're, oh damn, that's a shame. Forgot to move him. And Kingdom of Rohan is still uniting under one army with Theoden, just marching up to him but not attacking. Okay. Oh, I'd love to see that battle in Foldberg with Isengard sieging it, and oh god, it would just basically be like Minas Tirith, but on a much smaller scale. Isengard sieging this Rohirrim defensive position, and then like midway through the battle, just Theoden arrives and just tears ass. So that'd be pretty cool. It'd be a nice battle to see. But Isengard's moving troops away. Jeepers, Isengard, you are confident in your abilities there. Okay. Ooh, and rightly so. Okay, they just beat Theoden. I didn't think, well, like, so as I say, my people wouldn't have thought it could be done. But it's still like that's just one loss to a dozen victories. Rohan is still superior there. Rohan is in no trouble. It's yeah. As I say, I'm still marching down to the Ardenaim, and I don't even know if my people would trade with them. They're just, you know, they just, why? I guess no, because I would have heard that there is this civilization down here, so he would still move down. He would still go to see them. But I don't think I would trade with them. And as I say, the same with Angmar. Like once we actually get to Angmar, I think Frizel, especially being the culturally intolerant, well, he's calm. He's culturally intolerant though, man that he is. He would see the sorcery, the worship of these barrows, and the very open worship of Melkor, and I think that would just be like, nope, I'm out of here. And he would just carry on east along the northern section to get down to the Anduin Vale, trade with them, and then of course Dale and the dwarves further on. And of course the Mirkwood Forest if he feels brave enough to enter it. Roads are a big deal for us. We need to be able to move. Actually, what does it... does it actually help us? Yeah, I'm sure we move faster with roads. That's definitely a thing. But I could use... What does a moot hall actually provide me? Just more of things. Is that where I get my troops from? Auxiliary, right. Or ancillary. Training ground. Helps move. Greyflood Horsemen. Fluid. I say fluid. I don't know why I say fluid. River Scouts, they're basically my cavalry. I do not have many cav options. I think I probably do need to focus on that. No, he doesn't, because he knows he's going to have to go to war again soon. But for now is a time of development and peace. So he wants to focus on well, economy and spreading this. Oh, town upgrade. Okay, yeah, that would definitely be something that better walls for the people of Karas. You know, definitely because he spent some time like face to face with Harek, and Harek would have voiced his concerns because Tremac would force him to do so. Harek is still, he's a bit older now. He's a lot more grizzled and he's a bit more experienced, but Tremac sees this. Tremac knows when you've got something that you want to say, when you have a point of view that you want to extend forward, he will be able to get into that and he'll say no. What's the matter? And he'll force it out of you. So that is something that he would have pushed for and made him say. And so they probably had, well, Harek probably had a bit of an argument. Tremac accepted that argument, and one of the only way that he could have really made it right is to agree to have this expansion of the walls of Karas, and it's certainly not saved the day, but it's gonna be enough to keep Harek on board for now. You know, he understands, like, yeah, you know, this is something. Now, we just, as I was speaking about this conversation between Harek and I say Harek. I'm pretty sure it's Harek. I'll check just at the end of this turn. Just as that was all happening, we lost. Well, Foldberg has been lost by the Rohirrim, and that's a bit spooky. That's definitely not something that you want to see. And once again, oh, they are denying there. Oh! We were wondering why that didn't happen. Moria has been reached. Why? I've not been to Moria. Why have I seen Moria? Oh, I don't know. Oh well, Moria has been reached, guys. So that's good. Then construction report, great. Grove stories everywhere. Outstanding. Mel, Dark Lord loves me, as do the High Elves. So that's great. I think Dark Paths, because we need, if people are going to be coming, you know, to Alkford to voice whatever concerns they may have, they need to have safe roads to do that. And let's get a grain exchange in Lond Daer, because once Lond Daer does chill the hell out, it's definitely the place for us. And over here as well, Carpenter's Hut, please. And then I'm sure some people are probably screaming because I don't put a huge amount of thought into what I'm constructing sometimes. But yes, I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes. Carpenter's Hut again too. I do want to get just Carpenter's Hut's daughter. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, Carpenter's Hut is always going to be. Yeah, it's not something that Cameron's going to be overly upset about. Doubled the money there. Well, and of course we're not paying for Cameron anymore, so he's pretty content there. And it's gonna be it's actually gonna take something pretty, because as I mentioned before, like my generals are chieftains. I've not moved my blooming diplomat in the south, am I? My generals are chieftains. Oh yeah, I have. Don't bump into anything. Don't bump into anything. Yes. Well, actually, to be honest, the sooner he bumps into something, the sooner he can find out the truth about what they're about, so he can start leaving. He'll basically go in there and he'll listen to them talk about the greatness of the Numenorian heritage and you know, how we're going to come in and we're going to be dominating everything. We're going to be the real sort of protectors and chieftains of men. And he'll be like, okay, see you, dudes. He is very open to other cultures. But when you do start talking about, you know, this arguably, well, this power from the past that has been a negative force for our people, a positive partly, but mainly a negative force for our people, and you start saying how great they were and how much you're going to bring that back around and you're going to be the dominant force of mankind, then no, that's an immediate no. You're gone. Sorry. We'll come back, we'll tell Urdrek that they've got really nice boats. That'll make him a little bit happy, but then we'll say, no, they ain't for us, dude. These are not our sorts of people. So yeah, that is the gist of how that conversation's going to go. But I'm going to have him go and enter that settlement, try to speak to them, and then he's going to leave. I'm not going to be offering them anything. And rumors. Ah, fantastic. Okay, so of course, for anybody, I'm sure people know about this right now. Ara here is doing Galu's just an easier way for me to just pronounce it all if I just say Galu. Galu's doing an Ered Luin campaign right now, which I'm watching religiously. I'm a big fan of that. So I won't go into too much detail. Well, I won't read all of these, but it's of course there has been a Dark Rider who has arrived to actually, sorry, I don't believe he's a Dark Rider, but he is a representative of some dark power. And he has arrived to Ered Luin, and he's making an offer to the clan lord of Ered Luin. And I won't do an absolute major spoilers of what is happening there, in case somebody for some reason is not watching Galu's content but is watching mine. Some sort of I don't know what sort of creature you are, but yeah, I won't spoil that. But it is a case of trying to send him an offer. And we will see what they do in the near future. I think it takes about 4 turns before they make their decision. Breland, outstanding. Thank you very much, Breland. Yes, so yeah, Khaldun. Hello, Lord Gimmelzor. He's still alive. I think he's one of the original lords that they get. There's nothing that we would want. Do we want to maybe... No. I think, to be honest, no. It would just be a case of, like, he'd arrive, he'd have a chat, because we don't know what these people are. You know, we don't know who they are. So it would very quickly just be, no, you're done. See you later. And he would head on out. You know, we can tolerate evil, you know, when it comes from men. We can tolerate a lot of evil when it comes from men. And I think, to be honest, like, part of me even wants to be tolerating... So this is a sturdy army. Let's get... I love that guy's picture. He looks really cool. Good old Carol. Yeah, he's got... actually, to be honest, that's a pretty low quality... That's a really low quality... no. Royal... really low quality army. Got some Royal Guard, though. But there's a lot of trash in there. And Isengard, to be honest, has got a fair bit of trash. So maybe maybe that's what they want. Just a mixture of quality and trash together in order to go toe-to-toe with them. That could be nice. Continuing on east. As I say... Friesel is going to be kind of doing the same thing that we just saw in the south. He's going to arrive, speak to Angmar, and then it's too clear. It's so abundantly clear that Angmar is not the place that we want to interact with. So he would head out. A port is very nice actually, but let's go a muster ground because this is one of my castles. Being who I am, I don't really need castles too much though. Let's get a fishery, I think, or a herbalist. Because, yeah, let's just grab a herbalist there. And further down there, you're fine. You're building something. You're building something. This is another thing when I mean about, like, an even spread of upgrades. We can't be sort of concentrating our funds in any certain place. Everywhere needs to be shown attention, really. Suduri, Bregost, and Dolvorn. I think Dolvorn's not actually been upgraded for a little while, so let's have a look at it. I think they'll probably get a carpenter's hut. Yeah, gotta be done. I think they'll probably just be stuck on low taxes, so I don't think Cameron's going to be like budging on that field. I think he's just, yeah, our people are sacrificing enough. So yeah, across the way. Ooh, a spy. What's my spy's name again? Bela Flick. He's got a telescope. Oh my, what the hell? Is that canon? We have telescopes. It's breaking my immersion. I think it's breaking my immersion. It's okay. His eyes are really good. Quietly observant and middleman. Awesome. Yep. Down at 2 seconds. So that's getting pretty close to the 1 hour, but I think I'll do one more in turn because I think we still have about 2 minutes to go. And I think that, yes, it's been pretty... Apart from taking Lond Daer, it's been a pretty sort of chilled out turn. Just sort of watching Rohan, really. And I think that, yeah, a lot is going to depend on this army here. That's why we've ordered our spy to get so close and observe that. Because if that army is defeated, okay, there are more Rohirrim coming. If that army is defeated, then I think that is going to spark Tremac into action a lot earlier than he would normally do. Because right now, Tremac really like diplomacy is failing right now with the Dunlendings. It really took a nosedive, as I say, when we found out about Orkmen. That was something that absolutely blew even the very careful, even the very calm and understanding Tremac was blown away by that idea. So it's something that that he's really struggling to process, and negotiations have kind of broken down between the Dunlendings, who were never really going to be accepting this offer in the first place, and as I say, our Enedwaith forces. So I think that, but now, as I say, with Foldberg falling, it's really speeding it up. So I think that we are most likely going to be pursuing this Hunters Guild. Yes, where are they putting it? And Alkford, great, awesome stuff. Yeah, Alkford is going to be our main sort of, production for troops point. So that's great for us to have it there. Now, the nice thing about being tribal though is, or being a lower quality wild man, I would say. I don't want to say lower quality. We are definitely a lot more spread with our. We don't really just have to have like, oh, this one castle is where I produce all my troops. Everywhere kind of produces troops quite comfortably. Green exchange there, I think. Good to just inspire trade between our clans as well. That's why grain exchanges are another thing that we want to be pursuing. But to be honest, I like the idea of armories. Harek would actually really like an armory. They're both building roads right now. I think Harek is going to get an armory. Herot, they're building stuff right now. That's the problem. Bard Ven's already got one, but he's building something anyway. Jeepers, everybody's building something right now. Bregost, you don't need an armory. You're nice and safe there. Land clearance, that's actually a tough one because we don't Let's get a herbalist there and a smoking house. I think, to be honest, they will probably, like, a land clearance and dirt roads is like the last thing that Bregost and Dolvorn. This is really the heartland of Erenvorn. When, you know, Siduri's its own thing, really. So, but this is the real place where Cameron has got a lot of sway. They've still not found a real, like, a great representative for the Nelchin clan, because Cameron's probably got a lot of say in that, and he is probably just like, oh no, they're not good, they're not who you want, they're not good enough for it. Like, oh, gee, for sake, just help us pick someone, Cameron. But yeah, that's the way it's gonna be. But that is episode 3 finished up, so I will stop that here and give it a quick check to make sure that it's all sorted out. I might even edit this one up before I start the next one. And yeah, thank you guys very much. Hopefully, let me know. Do you prefer the music a little bit quieter, like what I've got in this episode, or, you know, was it fine and dandy in the others, and you'd like it bumped up again? You want it louder, you know? It's, hey, this is a party. But hey, thank you guys very much for being here. Bye.